The mirror door. For as long as 17-year-old Clara Hensley could remember, her grandmother's house had rules. Not the normal kind. There was one that everyone in the family whispered about but never followed. Never look into the hallway mirror after midnight. It was a tall antique thing, all wrought iron curves and fogged glass, bolted to the wall at the end of the narrow hallway. Clara thought it was charming in an eerie Gothic way, but she had always wondered why her grandmother had nailed a black velvet curtain over it, like it was hiding something contagious. When her grandmother passed away in late October, Clara and her parents moved in temporarily to settle the estate. The house creaked like a dying animal at night, and the storm winds rattled the mirror's curtain like fingers dragging across fabric. The first night, Clara stared at the covered mirror from the hallway's end and laughed to herself. It was just a mirror. What could it do? By the fifth night, she was standing in front of it at 12:03 a.m. The house was silent and her parents were asleep. The air felt thick, charged. Slowly, deliberately, she pulled the curtain back. The mirror didn't show her. Instead, it reflected the hallway, empty, no Clara. And then someone walked into the frame. A woman, identical to Clara in every detail, emerged from a darkness that shouldn't exist in a reflection. Her doppelganger was pale, her eyes vacant, and she grinned with teeth that were just a little too sharp. As Clara stumbled back in horror, the reflection leaned closer, pressing her hand to the glass from the inside. That's when Clara noticed something impossible. There were fingerprints on her side of the mirror. She ran. The next morning, the curtain was closed again. Her parents said they hadn't touched it. Clara didn't sleep that night or the next. On the third night, she heard tapping from inside the mirror. With trembling hands, she peeked behind the curtain again, just a sliver. The reflection was still of the hallway, but now it was darker, almost underwater in color. And there, crouched in the far corner, was the mirrored Clara. She was scratching something into the floor with her fingernails. Clara squinted. It said, "Let me out, she's not the real one." She slammed the curtain closed. When she turned around, her mother was standing at the end of the hallway, smiling. But it wasn't her mother. Something was wrong. Her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. Her voice was an octave lower. "Come to bed, sweetie," she said. Clara didn't move. Behind her, the mirror was shaking. Her parents searched the whole house. They filed a police report. But the hallway mirror? It showed her room, perpetually, an endless reflection of the space where Clara should have been. And if you stand there long enough after midnight, if you listen, you can hear tapping, and sometimes whispering, but be careful. Because the mirror lies, and sometimes it opens.